how's it going, everybody? I'm heading out to Don Mueang Airport. I'm gonna go a different way. I went this way, heading out to immigration on the new pink line. So I'm in Prom Pong. I'm gonna go towards Siam, head up towards Victory Monument, go past Mochit, then I'm gonna go all the way to Wat Prasimhat. Wat Prasimhat, I'm gonna get on the pink line and go, is it 4 stops to Lexi. I'm then gonna get on the red line for 2 stops, I believe, to Don Mueang. I'm gonna estimate the trip will take from here in Prom Pong to Don Mueang. If I do it in 1 hour and 20 minutes, I'll be happy. The alternative is to go from here 1 stop up to Sukhumvit, go through the busy MRT station there, go up to Bang Sue, and then that's a big huge train station to get off the MRT blue and walk up to the red line. I think I can do that to Don Mueang in maybe an hour and 5 minutes, but let's give this green and see how it goes today. If nothing else, it's a little less running around through Sukhumvit and Bang Sue. So here's my train pulling up. It's 3:16. I'm heading in the direction, the Kukot train, heading from Prom Pong towards Siam Paragon and then points beyond. It's going to be a long train trip up to the Wat. Now there's no chance of getting a seat in this Sukhumvit area, but once we get past Mochit, maybe I'll be able to sit down for the 10 more stops. And the next station at about the 23-minute mark from Prom Pong anyhow will be Mochit. That old timers will remember that was the end of the line, Mochit. And on the other side en route, things have really changed here in 2024, but head out to Mochit for the Chatuchak weekend market. Still no chance of getting a seat, but that's okay. I'll probably give my seat up anyhow. And here at Mochit, you can also get on the MRT to head off on the blue. We're now about 11 stops past Siam Central Station, so you can get some incredible deals if you don't mind being 30 minutes past Siam Paragon stop. San Nikom, the N12 stop. It's kind of a never-ending debate on expenses on living in Bangkok, but there is a real difference between living in Thong La or Ekamai, or where I live in Prom Pong, or living even out Victory Monument. You don't have to be this far out, but things just get a whole lot cheaper as you get away from that kind of expat central Bangkok area. Now I want to live there, and it's worth, let's say, a couple $100 extra a month, maybe even 300, but that's a decision you'll have to make. What you can't do is argue that you're foolish. You can absolutely live in Bangkok for $1,000 a month or $1,500. Yeah, it's going to be difficult living in central Bangkok. If you want to be 40 minutes from the quote-unquote central area, sure, you could probably live out here for under $1,000. It's kind of like comparing Midtown Manhattan back in the day, let's say the 70s or 80s, to living out on Staten Island. Just that train ride away makes a whole lot of difference expense-wise. N17, so that's 18 stops past Siam Central, plus the 5 stops to get there from Prom Pong, is our destination, Wat Prasimhat, and that's where we're going to get on the pink line. All right, it's 42 minutes and 23 stops from Prom Pong. We've arrived at the Wat, and it's clearly marked to go down to the pink line. We're going to the Nonthaburi Civic Center direction. Now, the one thing of note with this new pink line is it is on the same pay system as the Rabbit Card or BTS. So right there is the exit from here, but we are just walking to the left here, and that is where you'll board the pink. You don't have to exit at all. Here's the pink line monorail system. Just pulled up, so perfect timing. And we've made it the 2 train stops to Lexi, where you can see interchange with the red line commuter train. That's exactly what we're going to do. and it's either 2 or 3 stops on the red from here to Don Mueang. Now, Laxi is also where you will find the IT Square Mall. Let me see if I can get my bearings here. Train out of the way. Okay, well, right there is the IT Square on the other side of that toll road. So we'll exit this train, kind of walk over here and walk over there. Again, this pink is you can have a walkway heading over to the red line, but just follow that walkway and go into IT Square. Go up to the 3rd floor, I believe. It's the top floor, and that is where you can extend your 60-day visa exempt or tourist visa. Anyhow, that is where you can get an extension. Now, if you need to go to Chiang Watana and get a non-O for retirement or one of those type visas, stay on the pink line. 2 more stops, I believe. I think the next stop is National Telecom and then Government Complex. From there, you are gonna see a building that looks like immigration. There are 2 very similar buildings. That familiar angled glass, huge building, that's Building A, right next to the pink line. You're not going there. You wanna go 1.5 kilometers away. It's kind of tucked away in the back. Building B is where you'll find immigration. I recommend you walk to Chiang Watana Alley 7 and jump on a motorbike. Otherwise, give yourself at least 15 minutes to walk over to Building B. I've seen folks in other videos say, oh, just take that covered walkway from the pink line straight into immigration. That's wrong. That is Building A. That will take you into, I think it's the Thai Supreme Court, but that is not where you're going to find immigration. Once again, Building B is where you'll go. So take exit 1. We are now buzzing out of the MRT system. Once again, I am using my Rabbit card. If you bought an MRT ticket, you can use that to buzz out the little poker chip, or you can use your Visa MasterCard on many of the MRT systems, not on the BTS. However, the new yellow line and pink line, they're accepting the Rabbit card from the BTS, which is nice. Right when you leave exit 1, you do need to go down these 5 steps, walk across that little street, and take those steps to the right. I'm sure there's a lift around here somewhere, but I'm not sure where it's at. Here, anyhow, you have to take the 10 steps, and then there is an escalator. But it's all clearly marked in Thai and English to the red line, Laxi Station. And that's the station, so it's not a very far walk, but it's not directly connected, that's for sure. And right on the left side of the station is the IT Square. It is a bit of a walk. I'll time it when we get there from the red line to enter the terminal. It's a long walk. So another option would be take the train out here and then exit in the direction of that you're heading, which would be over there by the IT Square, and then just take a taxi the 2 train stops up to Don Mueang and get dropped off right at the terminal. If you have knee problems or you're hauling 2 huge bags. Again, it's not about the price of these grab cars and taxis. It's about traffic. I was running late for a flight a couple of weeks ago, and for whatever reason, it was raining. I decided to jump in a cab right at my condo just to head up to the airport rail link in Phetchaburi. 47 minutes in a cab to go about a mile and a half. And that's a bit of a one-off, but 30 minutes, that is every day to go 2 miles in Bangkok. It might take 6 minutes on the train. And this is the large train station. We're just gonna head right over to the gate, and there's a couple of kiosks, but there's never anybody in line here. I just go right up to the window and buy my ticket. From here to Don Mueang, I don't know, 20 baht maybe. I forgot to see what it costed on the green to the pink. I just buzzed in on my Rabbit card. I'm assuming it was the highest fare, which I think is 47 baht. And since I did transfer to the pink line just for those 2 stops, even though it accepted my Rabbit card, I'm not sure if it's counting that as a 47 baht max fare. I doubt it. It's probably tacking on 19 baht or whatever a minimum fare is on the MRT. still, it's all small money. And you want to jump on the Rangsit train, the Bang Su will take you back off in the direction of Sukhumvit. So Rangsit, and that is platform 1. It doesn't say when the next train is, but this is platform 1 over here. Over there where it says Mr. DIY, that is your IT square for your extension. And there you go, we've moved from Laxi on the pink line to Laxi on the red line. And there is the IT square. I just paid 19 baht to go. Oh, I didn't even notice. I think it's 2 stations up to Don Mueang. If you are returning from extending your visa and heading back towards Sukhumvit to Sulk, you'd be on the other side here. Take this red train to Bang Su and then switch to the blue line. Now, I just rode the green from Prom Pong. Yes, I stayed on 1 train, got on the pink line for 2 stops. Now I'm getting on the red for 2 stops. Would I do it again? Probably not. If you lived out by Siam Paragon, Victory Monument, Mochit, absolutely, this is the way to go. If you live in Onut or even further out by Bering, I don't know if I would go past Terminal 21 and the Sukhumvit blue line just to avoid that busy station. Granted, that's probably the busiest station in town, the blue at Sukhumvit, and Bang Su is a long walk from getting off the blue onto the red. But even with those walks, I'm gonna guess it's 5-10 minutes shorter, at least 10 minutes shorter than going all the way around on the green, although you stay on 1 train longer, whatever that was, 23 stops. I don't know if I do it again, but when I've made videos in the past, people have said, well, there's a much easier way to get out to, say, immigration. You just stay on the green, get on the pink, that kind of thing. But I don't know. To avoid the busy train station, I don't have a problem with busy. You'll have to decide for yourself. The one issue, however you get here to the red line, if it's at Bang Su or Laxi, these trains run every 10 minutes. So I must have just missed the train. I've been standing here at least 6 minutes. So maybe you'll get lucky, step right on a train departing. Maybe you'll wait 9 minutes. And it also depends on which terminal you're heading to. I'm going to Terminal 1, but there is a big difference between 1 and 2. Don Mueang's a pretty long station. I'm not sure which is closest to the red line here. I don't have that memorized, but that might add another 5 minutes. Here's the red train heading to Bang Su. And right now, it is a max fare of 20 baht. I don't know when that will expire. This is 2024 towards the end. I only paid 19 to go the 2 stops, but a max fare of 20 baht. And here comes my train heading to the airport. The Rangsit side. And like all the other lines, these trains are well used. It looks like there's construction happening at Don Mueang. I'm not sure if they're building a new control tower or a new terminal. But whatever they're building, it's closer to the red line. Maybe they're adding a 3rd terminal? I don't know what's happening. But for now, again, I'm going to time it, but plan on walking from exiting the red train to the furthest terminal. I would give it at least 15 minutes. And we've arrived in 1 hour and 15 minutes from Prom Pong. It is 4:33, so you do the math. I'll tell you what time it is when I get to the terminal. But let's just put it this way. The terminal is way over there on the other side of the road. And just follow the crowd with suitcases. I believe you're going to exit 2 to cross the road over to Don Mueang, put your poker chip in, just like using the MRT, and depart the train system. And everything's marked. We're just going to ease off to the right here. And the traffic's not too bad. My girlfriend is at the airport now. She took a cab from La Prau, and it took her about an hour. Although she goes plenty early and just takes the side roads, avoids paying the tolls. She has to ride 2 trains every day, and from La Prau, it's a lot easier to get out here than crossing Sukhumvit on a busy Saturday afternoon. That's 75% of the battle. And now we're basically just walking through the large parking garage. There's a magic food court right here to the left. I'm not sure which terminal. I think it's the domestic terminal. There's a nice food court up on the 2nd floor. This is just a smaller one. I think the other one is a magic as well, but for eating at the airport, you can find plenty of 60 and 70 baht options at both. This is a little goofy when you come to the elevators. It appears it's asking you to go upstairs, but just go over here, make a left turn. There's a 7-Eleven right there if you need some snacks. And you're walking into whichever the first terminal is. I'm not sure if this is the domestic or the international. Well, it says domestic arrivals. Let's stop the clock. 1 hour and 25 minutes, 10-minute walk from exiting the red line over here to the first terminal anyhow, which I believe is the domestic terminal. So that is taking the green to the pink to the red. Check out the trains, get on out here, less than 100 baht, but more importantly, you're not gonna get jacked up with a motorcade, one of the government buildings out here, and there are many, or an accident tripping you up. It's 4:47. We've made it to the furthest terminal. I had to walk all the way through Terminal 2, domestic, to get to Terminal 1, international. That's taking the train out here. I don't know if I'd take the green from Prom Pong again. Even with the walking through the stations, I think the blue to the red is a little quicker than the blue to the pink to the red. But you'll have to make that decision. So thanks for watching. There'll be more videos to come. I got a plane to catch. We'll see ya.